Welcome to Have You Read It? The channel where we bring books to life, one summary at a time. Today, we're exploring the fifth discipline, The Art and Practice of the Learning Organization by Peter Senge. This book introduces 5 key disciplines that foster learning and growth within organizations. The core theme revolves around transforming organizations into dynamic, adaptive entities capable of thriving in complex environments. The fifth discipline is valuable because it offers a holistic approach to organizational development, emphasizing not only strategic thinking and decision-making, but also personal growth and interpersonal dynamics. It provides actionable insights for leaders and individuals seeking to create organizations that are more innovative, resilient, and aligned with their highest aspirations. The core of the fifth discipline lies in its exploration of 5 essential disciplines that, when integrated, enable organizations to learn and adapt continuously. Systems thinking. This is the cornerstone, integrating the other disciplines into a coherent body of theory and practice. It involves seeing interrelationships rather than isolated events, understanding patterns of change, and recognizing the underlying structures that drive behavior. The book highlights that our actions often create our reality, and by understanding systems, we can change it. A key aspect of systems thinking is recognizing that cause and effect are not always closely related in time and space, and small changes can produce big results if applied in the right areas. Personal mastery. This discipline focuses on individual growth and learning. It involves clarifying and deepening personal vision, focusing energies, developing patience, and seeing reality objectively. Personal mastery is about approaching life as an artist would approach a work of art, committing to lifelong learning and consistently striving to realize what matters most deeply. The book stresses the importance of aligning personal and organizational learning, fostering reciprocal commitments between individuals and the organization. The most accurate word in Western culture to describe what happens in a learning organization is metanoia, and it means a shift of mind. Through learning, we recreate ourselves and our relationship to the world. Humans are the learning organism par excellence. Mental models. These are deeply ingrained assumptions and generalizations that influence how we understand the world and take action. The book emphasizes the importance of surfacing and challenging these mental models to unlock new insights and adapt to changing environments. Royal Dutch Shell, for example, became one of the first large organizations to understand how pervasive was the influence of hidden mental models. Arie de Geus, Shell's coordinator of group planning during the 80s, said that continuous adaptation and growth in a changing business environment depends on institutional learning, which is the process whereby management teams change their shared mental models of the company, their markets, and their competitors. For this reason, we think of planning as learning and of corporate planning as institutional learning. The discipline of working with mental models starts with turning the mirror inward, learning to unearth our internal pictures of the world, to bring them to the surface and hold them rigorously to scrutiny. It also includes the ability to carry on learningful conversations that balance inquiry and advocacy, where people expose their own thinking effectively and make that thinking open to the influence of others. Building shared vision. This involves creating a shared picture of the future that fosters genuine commitment and enrollment rather than compliance. The book underscores the importance of translating individual visions into a collective aspiration that galvanizes the organization. People excel and learn, not because they are told to, but because they want to. The practice of shared vision involves the skills of unearthing shared pictures of the future that foster genuine commitment and enrollment rather than compliance. In mastering this discipline, leaders learn the counterproductiveness of trying to dictate a vision, no matter how heartfelt. Team learning. This discipline addresses the paradox of teams with high individual IQs but low collective intelligence. It emphasizes the importance of dialogue, where team members suspend assumptions and think together, and recognizing patterns of interaction that undermine learning. The discipline of team learning starts with dialogue, the capacity of members of a team to suspend assumptions and enter into a genuine thinking together. 2. The Greek's dialogos meant a free flowing of meaning through a group, allowing the group to discover insights not attainable individually. In addition to introducing the 5 disciplines, the 5th discipline explores several learning disabilities that hinder organizational learning, such as I am my position, the enemy is out there, and the illusion of taking charge. The book suggests that the 5 disciplines can act as antidotes to these disabilities, helping organizations overcome limitations and achieve their full potential. These disabilities have been with us for a long time, and the disciplines of the learning organization can act as antidotes. But first, we must see the disabilities more clearly, for they are often lost amid the bluster of day-to-day events. Maladaptation to gradually building threats to survival is so pervasive in systems studies of corporate failure that it has given rise to the parable of the boiled frog. This learning disability makes it almost impossible to detect the leverage we can use in here on problems that straddle the boundary between us and out there. The book advocates for a shift in mindset, from seeing ourselves as separate from the world to connected to it, and from seeing problems as caused by external factors to understanding how our own actions contribute to them. A learning organization is a place where people are continually discovering how they create their reality and how they can change it. This shift involves embracing a new way of thinking that moves beyond short-term events and focuses on longer-term patterns and systemic structures. All of the learning disabilities operate in the beer game. The deepest insights in the beer game come from seeing how these learning disabilities are related to alternative ways of thinking in complex situations. For most participants, the overall experience of playing the game is deeply dissatisfying because it is purely reactive. Generative learning cannot be sustained in an organization where event thinking predominates. The 5th discipline also draws on examples from various organizations, including Royal Dutch Shell, Hanover Insurance, and Herman Miller, to illustrate how these disciplines can be applied in practice. The book shares stories of leaders who have successfully fostered learning and growth within their organizations, offering valuable lessons and insights for others to follow. Here are some key takeaways from the 5th discipline Systems thinking is crucial. Understand the interconnectedness of actions and their consequences within a system. Personal mastery matters. Commit to lifelong learning and personal growth to enhance organizational capabilities. Mental models shape reality. Be aware of deeply ingrained assumptions and challenge them to foster new perspectives. Shared vision drives commitment. Develop a collective picture of the future to inspire genuine commitment and enrollment. Team learning is essential. Cultivate dialogue and recognize patterns of interaction to enhance team intelligence. Today's problems come from yesterday's solutions. Recognize that solutions can have unintended consequences and address underlying issues rather than just symptoms. The prevailing system of management is, at its core, dedicated to mediocrity. Forces people to work harder and harder to compensate for failing to tap the spirit and collective intelligence that characterizes working together at their best. Here are some actionable insights. Practice systems thinking. Use tools like causal loop diagrams to map out complex relationships and identify leverage points. Cultivate personal vision. Take time to clarify your personal vision and align it with your work and values. Challenge mental models. Engage in reflective conversations to surface and challenge assumptions. Foster dialogue. Create opportunities for open and honest communication to build shared understanding. In conclusion, the 5th discipline offers a comprehensive framework for building learning organizations, emphasizing the importance of systems thinking, personal mastery, mental models, shared vision, and team learning. By integrating these disciplines, organizations can foster aspirations, develop reflective conversation, and understand complexity. leading to enhanced capabilities for innovation, adaptation, and sustainable success. The book encourages leaders to embrace a new way of thinking and operating, one that prioritizes continuous learning, collaboration, and a shared commitment to creating a better future. It serves as a guide for managers, parents, and citizens alike, providing tools and insights for building organizations and communities that are not only successful but also contribute to the well-being of their members and the world. Ultimately, the fifth discipline challenges the prevailing system of management and offers a path towards a more fulfilling and productive way of working together, grounded in love, curiosity, and learning. Thanks for watching. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you never miss our next book dive.